Recently, I've stumbled upon something that's truly captured my attention in a way unlike anything else in the past few years, and that being drones. I've been watching a lot of videos from channels such as Riot, who was actually the first drone-based video I ever saw, and it truly captured me. Then also, I started watching another guy from Riot who was called Vanover, and he was so incredibly skilled at both racing and freestyle. However, it was the freestyle that really stood out to me and got me interested in the hobby. Finally, I got into watching Bot Grinder, who I found very entertaining, and I just simply enjoyed both the way he flew and how his videos were constructed. And this lit something inside of me, and now I have a burning desire to get a drone for myself. And after researching and browsing drones, I came across one that stood out to me. However, before we get into that, let's start somewhere where all beginners should start, and that is on a simulator. My simulator of choice was Drone Racing League, but I mean, it's up to you. I mean, all of them are going to have their own positives and their own negatives, but personally, this one was just free at the time that I was getting into the hobby, and it just made sense for me to use it. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So as you can imagine, at the start, it wasn't easy. It didn't necessarily translate across as I thought it would, as I have got experience using controllers and stuff in games, so I thought that would like translate straight across into flying drones, but it is just, like a vastly different thing whilst being also fairly similar. So it didn't necessarily translate across how I expected it to. However, at times I flew well, and I could see that it was something that I was going to be able to do, and maybe it would help me having this experience, but it didn't necessarily, wasn't the be all end all. As you can see, I'm crashing a lot, and yeah, it didn't necessarily go well. However, after around 3 hours in, I started getting fairly competent at flying around the course, and I'll show you that now. So to my surprise, I actually did better than I expected. I got in the top 25% of times, which, you know, overall I'm really happy with that. And there's definitely places where I messed up. And there's one corner in particular that I just, I almost stopped at one point. And if I had not done that, that could have been even better again. So yeah, overall I'm happy with that. And now it was time to freestyle. And essentially this is what really stood out to me within the drone hobby, and this is probably what I'm going to spend most of my time doing. I mean, I might do a race at some point, but honestly I just want to freestyle and get into that kind of thing. So yeah, let's have a look. At this point here, I was around 5 hours in, and some of that was spent racing, but I was trying to learn some tricks. So the tricks I'd learned were basically Matty flips. They weren't great, but I mean they were them, and that was the main thing. Power loops, split S. I was trying to learn a Rubik's Cube. I didn't fully like look up how to do it. I kind of just saw other people doing it and tried it for myself. I kind of got it at one point, but it wasn't quite it. So that's still in progress, but it definitely allowed me to learn. However, it did result in me crashing a number of times, and this was going to happen. Like, this is why you do it on a simulator, so that you can crash. You can try things that maybe you don't want to try in real life without experiencing it first in a simulator. So eventually, after a little while, I got kind of used to it and had a little bit more confidence in my tricks and stuff, and managed to do a fairly successful run, and I'll let you see it. So this now leads us on to the next thing, and that is the drone I went for. After some time, I had a look through certain drones. I had a look at the Tiny Hawk 2, had a look at some more expensive DJI drones, and then I came across the Crux 35. Now, for me, this just seemed kind of up my alley, with the ELRS being able to travel way further than obviously FR Sky, and it just seemed more suited towards what I was wanting, and maybe, just maybe, it packs a little bit more of a punch than I was hoping for, but honestly, I feel like that's something I'll grow accustomed to, and I'm not overly worried about. But I think this leaves one thing left to do, and that's fly the drone. Coming home from flying that evening, I was over the moon happy with how I flew, happy to set up a drone, and happy I had some footage. However, as you will have seen, the footage wasn't great due to the lighting, and I wasn't able to change my camera settings while I was there to be able to record in that light. So I decided to go back again, and this time in the daytime to try again. Now, disclaimer, if you're thinking to get a drone and do what I'm doing, just simply don't. You should spend more time getting used to how the drone flies and how it responds before trying any kind of tricks like I am. I'm dumb and I paid the price for it, and I'll show you how. Thankfully, I got pretty lucky. I only ended up breaking the arm of the motor, so that's a fairly easy fix, as well as I have spare motors for this, so it's not the end of the world. However, still, I should have taken more time, and if I had more battery packs, I would have done my first one, like preparing myself and like getting ready and feeling it out, and then my second one I would have sent it and put the footage in. However, I only have one battery pack right now, so it is what it is. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll definitely be putting more rips up soon, probably in 4K, in opposed to 1080p like this video. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you again soon.